Today we are going to learn about job interviews. So let us look at the definition first. An interview is an interaction between two or more persons for a specific purpose, in which the interviewer asks the interviewee specific questions in order to assess his or her suitability for recruitment, admission, or promotion. So these are few points which I have given as the definition of job interview. What are the objectives of an interview? To select a person for a specific task, to monitor performance, to collect information, to exchange information, and to counsel. So these are some of the objectives of an interview. So job interviews can be classified into four major categories, which are campus interviews, on-site interviews, telephonic interviews, and video conference interviews. First of all, campus interviews. What are campus interviews? These take place within a college campus or in the campus of any place of study or institution, where the recruiting agencies or the companies come directly to the college campus to recruit fresh graduates. So it's a very good opportunity for the pre-finals and final year students, because when they are selected for the job, as soon as they graduate, they are able to join the company. So this interview takes place through the placement cell in the college or in the universities. Next is on-site interviews. On-site interviews take place in the place of recruitment, which is which organization or which company is recruiting. The interview takes place in their office. So it is a face-to-face interview with the candidate. Telephonic interview, as the name suggests, it happens over telephone. Interviews are usually preliminary to actual interview. So what the employers do is they call up the candidate, they ask about a few details regarding their skills, their educational qualification. They get few details about you, and then they set a date on which the candidate must come to the office and face the interview in person. Video conference interviews take place on online platforms like Skype, Zoom, or Cisco WebEx, etc. So this happens when there is a long distance between the interviewer and the interviewee. So preparing for the interview. To rise above others with better experience, grades, or skills, a highly positive work attitude is needed. The employers look for those who have the can do attitude towards work. So, these are the various aspects of preparing for an interview. First, you need to prepare a resume. Your personal attributes must be taken care of, which means you need to analyze your own hard and soft skills, strengths, weaknesses, likes and dislikes. So, one very common question in most of the interviews is what are your strengths or weaknesses? So, you must be able to give at least 1 or 2 points. So, you need to prepare beforehand on what answer you need to give. Mock interviews are very important because it helps you practice before facing a live interview. If you do it in front of someone who can guide you towards improving the style and presentation, it can and give you constructive feedback, that can help you a lot before facing the real interview. Knowing the prospective employer, you need to know where you are applying, what kind of company they are, what reputation they have, where they stand in the industry, what are their mission, culture, values, subject fundamentals. You need to go through the basic courses done in college, which means whatever honors or major you have done in college, you need to know about them. You need to have all the theories in your fingertips, so that when the interviewer asks you, you're able to answer properly. Appropriate dressing. You need to wear neat, ironed clothes, preferably formal clothes, and shoes must be clean and polished. Your documents must be arranged systematically in a briefcase or a neat file. Memorizing your resume. You need to memorize your resume, what you have written and what you say during the interview from your uh, what you what information you give in the interview should coordinate. Punctuality. Always arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes early. This will give you time to do a quick mental review before the actual interview. Knowing the possible types of interview questions, which is very important. You need to list out the possible questions. It could be about your subject, it could be about general knowledge or current affairs or any other things about the company itself. So you need to list out these questions and prepare beforehand. So let us look at the nonverbal communication during a job interview. Body language is very important during an interview. It needs to be used effectively. So because it communicates your confidence, your sincerity, enthusiasm, interest. So what should be taken care is your personal appearance. Be very well groomed, wear formal attire, then facial expression, always wear a slight smile because it shows interest and enthusiasm. Posture, do not sit on the edge of the chair. Do not lean forward too much on the chair from the chair. You need to sit straight and comfortably, but not too straight and stiff because that will show that you are uncomfortable or nervous. Gestures, use small and suitable gestures. Eye contact, yeah, which is very important. You need to maintain eye contact with all the panel members because that will show that you're interested and you're confident. Personal space, do not bend too much or stretch your hands on the table. So you need to confine yourself within your own space. Pitch and intonation, keep a very neutral pitch and intonation. Even if you don't like a question or something that is a question that is against your belief or your principles, maybe you might get uncomfortable, but you need to you should not get too defensive about it and be too loud in your answer. So you need to maintain that neutral pitch. So these are some of the do's and don'ts in an interview. In do's, I've given 8 points. In don'ts, also I've given 8 points. So just going through it, I think you will get a you'll get a basic idea of what to do and what not to do during an interview. That's all. Thank you very much.